Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
Javante.
And you know what it is. It is Death Battle Reaction. This one is to Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna. Marvel versus DC. We're back at it. Hey, one of us. We're both tied at 4-2. The series is tied at 4-2. You won the last one with the James Bond versus John Wick. You know, fair. I made my mistake. If I had to redo it now, I probably would have went James Bond.
Try warn you had all that time to change up. You didn't change up.
It's all good. It's all good.
You wanted that L.
So yeah, we're gonna check out this one. Give you guys our reaction, our thoughts. You know, Death Battle made some amazing videos, so we can't wait to see this and how this unfolds. So with
look
that,
at my face. It's my angry look. We about to go to war. I'm gonna win again.
Okay.
Scarlet Witch all day. MCU, Marvel, Team Marvel all day. You already know what time it is. We finna take the dub. Let's get the dub. Let's get it done. Let's go. That's all.
The DC fan, because I want to go against you.
No,
but
you know the truth.
seeing how they've done Scarlet Witch in all these other versions, they really made her powerful. But Zatanna can hang. I will say that.
Come on over and take and join the for y'all. Take that L. Come on over. It's okay. We'll accept you.
I'm gonna go. Damn. Yeah, I'll go Scarlet Witch this
You had
one.
no choice.
I'll go Scarlet Witch.
You don't want to lose, do you? See, I ride Marvel regardless of what happened. So you over here riding with Marvel because you want to switch up. You drive.
Because I go by logic. Which one seems more? You're doing, but yeah, exactly. You're doing more on a biased take, whereas I'm doing more on a logical.
Okay, it's worked out for me more than it worked out for you lately.
Nigga, it's tied, so it's worked out pretty much the same.
Okay,
and Marvel, I've won, and when it comes to the Marvel DC ones, I've won majority of those over you.
You only won like 2 of them.
Okay.
2-1.
Okay.
And
okay.
Run the clip.
Anyway, yeah, we gonna check it out.
This episode is sponsored by The Northman and BetterHelp. The Scarlet Witch.
I might switch. I'm gonna let you know.
Zatanna, DC's magnificent mistress of magic.
Voice
There
style.
are those who wield the mystic arts like gods to reshape creation to their whims.
And there are those who just like to put on a hell of a show. Either way, don't mess with them if you know what's good for you. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Though we may drift day by day in a world seemingly concrete and eternal, the fabric of reality is in fact more delicate than we might dare to wonder. Imagine every single iota of it, every star, galaxy, universe, all within the grasp of a single mortal woman, to control at her whim. Imagine the danger we're all in if you piss her off.
We don't have to, because her
she was
name
terrifying,
is Wanda
bro.
Maximoff,
In that show.
the Scarlet
You can
Witch.
control her.
Remember that scene where she watched the X-Men? She was in the mall and just taking out all of them.
Superpowered freaks by the High Evolutionary.
Unable to control her apparently new magical abilities,
Django.
it wasn't long before Wanda lost control and was branded a witch.
Until who would show up but the mutant master of magnetism himself, Magneto. Definitely giving off some big dad energy there.
So, to return Magneto's kindness, she and Pietro joined his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Great name there, Magneto. Solid branding.
And it wasn't long before she traded her supervillain creds for a membership with the Avengers, which might have been a bit too much for poor Wanda because she definitely drew the superpower short stick.
By waving her hands, Wanda could create small random events known as hexes, subtly altering the probability of any event happening.
That's a cool way of saying she could do like one magic-y thing per fight and then be totally useless. An energy blast here, some telekinesis there, a force field if she's feeling frisky. Not exactly the same oomph as, say, the God of Thunder or the Jolly Green Worldbreaker.
But something strange was happening. Over time, her hexes increased in breadth and power, as if there was more to Wanda's powers than met the eye. She learned to slow and stop time, drain and absorb energy, duplicate herself and others, teleport to different dimensions, and even strip others of their powers entirely.
It was almost as if there was more to Wanda than just being some random science experiment. Let's ask our resident expert on the deepest trenches of character history. Jocelyn, if you will.
In reality, Wanda's powers weren't entirely the result of the High Evolutionary, nor was she the mutant daughter of Magneto, as he's claimed. Her powers weren't just some simple hexes. She might as well have been a god. A Until now, she had merely been dipping her toes into the vast ocean known as chaos magic. Though her powers may have seemed to be the byproduct of science, they were in reality the gift of the Lovecraftian elder god Cthon, who attempted to turn Wanda into his future vessel.
Reminds me of my summers by the sea with old Uncle Yogg-Sothoth.
In time, Wanda discovered she could alter the probability of anything she could think of, turning a mathematical impossibility into an absolute certainty, and vice versa. Wanda's powers kept growing and growing, turning her into a being strong enough to rival even the mightiest of gods. Like, literally, Wanda's chaos magic is counterpart to the Phoenix Force, the embodiment of cosmic order. You know, that fiery space
Okay, she nice with
the
it.
universe.
Told she
Wanda
cold.
fought it and even briefly erased it from existence.
At her height, the Scarlet Witch achieved total control over
at that
energy,
shit.
the weather, the elements, your mind, your body, your soul, all of time, all of matter, and all of reality. She can wipe you from existence with a thought and rend the very fabric of the universe as though it were tissue paper.
She isn't even limited to chaos magic either. They might not have been what made her a god, but the High Evolutionary's experiments did make her more receptive to channeling magical energy. Oh, maybe that's why Mama Boomstick always warned me about redheads.
She's so receptive, in fact, that Wanda is the lone nexus being of the 616 reality, a focal point for the universe's magical energies, and one that belongs equally to all other timelines.
Okay, why she don't have that
It's
look in
no
the
wonder
movies?
she was considered a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, shit, why wasn't she? She might as well be a walking, talking Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, she may have the power of a god, but she's still stuck with a human's body that can be overpowered by physically stronger foes. Though, she also survived being shot with a black matter bullet capable of, and I quote, world-shattering energy.
Like
there's
that.
She does technically need to be able to think of a spell in order to get it to happen, so she could theoretically be blitzed, but she's also blocked Thor's galaxy-crossing hammer, kept up with dudes like X-Man who can fight within plank time, and even amp her own speed beyond the concept of speed herself.
Despite being far and away the mightiest among Earth's mightiest heroes, Wanda resented the pressure of her incredible power. She actually wanted a quiet life as a wife and a mother.
But because no one in comics is allowed to have a happily ever after, that life was taken from her by literal Satan. Not the last time he'd do this too. Wanda snapped and she took the multiverse with her.
By tapping into an inconceivable and unknowable pool of energy known as the Life Force, Wanda rewrote all of reality, creating a new universe where life was just how she wanted it.
No matter whose lives she had to change, in this House of M, she had her family back, but at the cost of her sanity.
And it wasn't long before it all came crashing down around her. Once her family and friends discovered the lie of their new lives and turned against her, she uttered 3 fateful words and erased nearly all of mutant kind. No more mutants.
Wanda weaved her magic throughout all of existence, created cracks across reality which spread throughout the Omniverse, and threatened to annihilate all of creation, the entirety of Marvel's infinite cosmology. Everything that ever was.
Shit got dark, and while Wanda has worked to keep her powers in check since then, that threat is always there. But honestly, that sounds more like a problem for anyone who's stupid enough to get in her way.
Both a blessing and a curse, a help and a hex. Such is the true power of the Scarlet Witch.
So why the hell we find Zatanna? We find Superman. Fuck this. We need to find Superman. We wait for his
Remind
ass.
me why you need to
We find Zatanna, so we should find Superman.
Superman will watch her, bro. Stop.
With all that you just heard.
Yep.
All that magic. Boy, stop.
Still would.
Okay.
From visionary director Robert
Great movie, by the way.
Pattinson,
Northman. Well, y'all probably see it by now. That's a great movie.
A legendary cast of stars at the peak of their craft, including Alexander Skarsgård.
Watch Zatanna.
Come one,
Zatanna nice, bro. It's like,
to
don't
see
sleep
the
on her, man.
Magnificent Zatanna Zatara. For never was there a greater professor of prestidigital performance.
AKA magic! Except Zatanna spells aren't just smoke and mirrors, they're the real deal, so you're really getting your money's worth.
She learned everything she knew from her father, Giovanni Zatara, who
Descendant
put his
of
powers to
Leonardo
good
da
use as one of
Vinci?
DC's very first superheroes.
No joke, he's the guy who taught Batman everything he knows about escape artistry. He debuted the same issue as Superman, and the young Zatanna was more than happy to serve as his assistant, learning everything he knew about the cutthroat
motherfucker Bruce
world
Wayne be
of
pulling all the hoes, man.
entertainment. Oh, and Gabe shit too, but the former is way worse.
She inherited her father's incredible mystical abilities as well. Essentially, anything Zatanna thinks of, she can make real. And she focuses this absurdly powerful ability by speaking her desired effect backwards. Her father based this technique on the diaries of Leonardo da Vinci, who some theorize wrote backwards in order to hide his ideas from the repressive medieval Catholic Church.
Or because he was left-handed.
Yeah, that's another theory. If you hate fun.
And Zatanna's apparently big-brained enough that she has no problem speaking backwards at the drop of a hat. Like when this one dude kept reversing time in the middle of her sentences, she started speaking in palindromes so that she'd still be speaking backwards no matter what. I mean, you know what they say, Wiz? Go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hug.
With her magic, Zatanna has bent the laws of reality to her whims. She's transmuted matter on an atomic level, teleported across dimensions, commanded the elements, turned invisible, removed powers, cast illusions.
Pretty much sound the same like Scarlet Witch. I don't know why you over here talking about Scarlet Witch.
Time, and can even
Let's
wipe
kick
people
them
from
apart.
existence with a single word.
It might not
walking
seem
the-
obvious from that hokey magic castle getup, but Zatanna is one of the most powerful sorcerers in DC. Like the time she battled the Time Tailor Zor, an old enemy of the Spectre. You know, the angel of God's divine wrath.
In order to defeat an opponent of such unimaginable power, Zatanna focused her magical might into shattering the boundaries of reality. She reached out beyond the very comic panels themselves and pulled Zor's entire magical universe down around him. She literally handled all of reality like it was a sheet of paper and crumpled it in her hands.
That might seem completely incomprehensibly impossible to us, but it's all a matter of belief. Literally, as long as Zatanna believes she can do something with her magic, she'll do it.
As she puts it, her magic is essentially asserting one reality, then replacing it with another. This is similar to other magical characters like Dr. Fate and Green Lantern, whose powers have been stated to work the exact same way.
But it's not like any rando can do magic by wishing on a star. Zatanna is genetically predisposed to this kind of magical reality warping. Her mom was in actuality a Homo Magi, a subrace of humans that are naturally adept at magic.
So it's no wonder that Zatanna became an invaluable member of both the Justice League of America and Justice League Dark. The Shadow the Hedgehog version, basically.
Zatanna harnessed an entire year's worth of sunlight into a single energy blast, created ruptures across all of space and time throughout the DC multiverse, and has even claimed she's as powerful as Superman himself. Pre-Crisis Superman, in case you were wondering.
You talking about fighting Superman?
Is her imagination.
You tell me Scarlet Witch can't
Her
handle.
backward speaking is mostly a stagecraft tradition meant to boost her concentration.
In a pinch, she can cast a spell with a single thought, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter, who scanned every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God.
Zatanna has fended off countless.
Yeah, I'm switching teams.
Like
I'm going with Zatanna. Zatanna, yep.
Primordial darkness.
Thank you. I'll get my dough. I want to be tied.
I'm switching teams.
Take my dough. I'll take the lead.
Shadow
I'm switching
Group
teams.
leads
Go ahead.
All of DC Comics, all of creation, everything. God,
I like to take my talents to Zatanna Zatara.
And Zatanna's
fine.
magic
Take your
was
ass over
strong
there.
enough to hold her back.
What did KD say?
After secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside
I'm leaving,
Goliath, she
or-
weaved a spell within him
My
to
next
really
chapter.
regrow all of reality back in seconds.
Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then blew her ass up from the inside with a whole new omniverse. Abraca goddamn Dabra.
Such is the almighty power of Zatanna's will. Should it falter though, or should her focus be disrupted, it could all come crashing down like a house of cards. Belief is a fragile thing after all, and
They might change teams, too.
weakened for a
Not
time
just playing.
after she
Hell
lost
no.
belief
Oh, okay.
in
I don't
herself.
know with you.
And she's
I feel confident in my
definitely got
pick.
one big
Okay, good.
This is cool and all,
She's a
but come
huge
on now.
daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing
I was thinking
career,
about going with
she has
Zatanna in the beginning,
struggled
but then I was like,
within herself to
I
live
don't know. They
Yeah,
kind
y'all hear him
of.
now. You changed it up.
especially after his heroic death.
And this
That's fine.
MFer has died.
I don't want
a
tied
lot of
anyway. I want the
times.
lead.
Yeah,
So
same
his
here.
Therapy can't be cheap, especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here. No, wait, that's me.
Questionable romance aside, Zatanna is a consummate professional raised on one singular principle. The show must go on, and she'll always finish strong with a standing ovation.
I say this too. The fact that she knows
This show is
spells, like it's
sponsored
just
by
off the top of her
Therapy.
head. So when she's pressured,
Hard and confusing.
like, you know, them spells
Hey.
don't come out easy.
Well, we gotta wait much longer. The fight's gonna start.
Go out of our way
Let's
to
get
treat
popping.
people well, but how often do we do the same for ourselves?
This month better
Hey,
help
better
us.
help.
Like, I feel like Scarlet Witch, sure, I think is more powerful, but I think she's a better spellcaster.
Okay, let's
You're
go.
hitting the gym, making time for your haircut.
What are we
or
talking
you
about?
try-
Get to the fight.
Okay, let's go.
HELP.
Better help.
/death battle.
They help DeAndre. He needed it.
Oh, okay.
All right, the combatants.
Let the battle begin!
It's like your body, bro.
For a death battle.
Let's lock in, D. Marvel, let's lock in.
Good luck,
boys.
buddy.
Touch me, boy. Lock in, Marvel, let's lock in. Go and take Wanda's kids, too. Go from her and kill her family. We need that.
You, what sort of two-bit sorceress do you think you are?
Oh, she got that accent.
Two-bit? Perhaps I was being generous.
Woo! Hey, boy.
Okay.
All part of the show, folks.
Look how calm my girl is, bro. She ain't worried.
Some bunnies.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah, nigga.
I'd say this calls for an adventure.
Nigga, what adventure you got that matched with?
there you go.
Oh, come on. You already know. Bro,
Yeah.
Superman can whoop his ass. Easily. There ain't no competition.
Woo! Oh, I like this dice.
Do you know the difference between you and I?
They brought the whole team out. Let her know.
Well, I think the difference is presentation.
Mega Mind. I remember
And
that.
I know a trick when I see one.
What?
Can't play mind games with Wanda.
Okay.
You never resist. You can't run forever. Now make like a magician.
Who said I'm running?
Disappear.
Okay. Woo! Look at you. You all getting mad. Getting worked up.
The point. The madder she gets, the more she's controlled, the more crazy she gonna get.
But she's in control the whole time with the spells.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me.
Told you, dude. She's playing your girl the whole time.
No more witches. And that's our show.
That's the die for.
Analyzing this matchup was like walking on a tightrope. It could fall either way at any point.
Because at the end of the day, both these ladies could do basically anything with their magic. All they had to do
You
was
okay, buddy?
think and shit
Oh,
would happen.
Let me sign you like you did me last video.
At her peak,
Give me that head.
was able to
Give me that head,
the
nigga.
ability of all
Give me that head.
And at Zatanna's best, she was able to hold back Prolaya, who could do the exact same thing. And despite some differences, the
Like Lee Corso. Not so fast, sweetheart. Give me that head.
size and scope. All that was left for us to look at was their weaknesses.
While both were as powerful as one another, Wanda needed to tap into the life force to reach that pinnacle, and doing so threatened her sanity.
Well, let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers
Man,
were
ooh,
now
I made a good.
advanced.
Hey, I made a smart. I made an
She was
executive
way stronger.
decision
Dr.
switching that
Strange
last minute.
managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly knocked her out cold.
His wits against her mental instability were enough to turn the tide.
To be clear, this instability definitely wouldn't affect her power. She was still strong enough to create a completely new alternate reality and then erase it just as easily. What it would do is leave her open.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant population left unaffected, likely due to interference from Strange and Emma Frost.
Against Zatanna, who is just as strong.
She nearly had to draw the reverse back to you cards, my guy. Every time. Okay, alright, bet.
On the other hand, Zatanna has managed to maintain her willpower fighting foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch, so she didn't have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember, she doesn't actually need to say her spells backwards.
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in the past, even against beings as strong as Pralaya.
In the end, Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on her toes to hang with Wanda long enough to get in a finishing blow.
While there were definitely versions of this battle that could have ended with Wanda victorious, Zatanna's cooler head and effortless magic allowed her to prevail.
I guess you could say Wanda never saw it coming, and Zatanna knocks him off her.
The winner is Zatanna.
You just got Maxim.
Death Battle is
Woo! Hey. Now, what did we learn?
It's all good, bro.
What did we learn?
He said Balco win either way.
What did we learn? What did we learn?
What my man Pop say from Friday?
What did we learn?
You win some, you lose some.
Bro, I told you though.
But you live.
I told you she was gonna keep.
You live to fight another day.
I told you throughout the fight, she was calm the whole time. She had a cool head. Them spells, she knows what she's doing with the spells. She's a better spellcaster than Wanda. Wanda, of course, I think is more powerful. I mean,
It's all good, bro. We bounce back. Sorry, we take one loss. Hey, we take losses sometimes, but we live. We live to fight another day.
so that brings the record now to what? 5-2 for me, 4-3 for you.
Think so.
Yep. Yeah.
It's all good. I ain't tripping. I'll be back.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna do another one tonight. We gonna do Flash versus Quicksilver coming up. So be sure to check out that one next. So yeah, what did you guys think of Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna Death Battle? Shout out to Death Battle for making these awesome vids. They're incredible every time. Enjoy them throughout. Enjoy all the information coming before the fight, and then the fight is entertaining as well. So shout out to you guys. And yeah, again, what did you guys think of this video? Let us know down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed our reaction, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre, your winner and champ at Death Battle right now.
I'm Javante, Team Marvel all day. We ain't done. Scarlet Witch still the one. We all right. We bounce back.
Okay. And this is Dre and Jay. Deuces.